What's going on, YouTube? My name is Todd with the Dividend Stock King with another video. Today we're talking about some tips and tricks on these high yield funds, what I've been learning from myself, from watching other YouTubers, from other people who invest in these funds, just stuff I've seen, learned, picked up, and to fast track your success with these funds. So number one, these high yield ETFs who do more multi-cover calls, or you'll mask at the inverse, and you go to my portfolio here, Tesla, Alti, Clip. So here's the number one tip, and then these tips of people who are kind of like brand new to high yield, or or just want some tips with it. Number one, that these funds may reverse split. They may reverse splits. Don't be surprised. Some people hit reverse split and they just panic and sell. But these funds can reverse split. Okay. Number two, buy on the ex-dividend date. Okay. So it depends on where you are in life. If you have time to invest, in their retirement, one of the best things, and again, I'm not giving financial advice, but one of the best things you can do is buy on a dividend date. That dividend date, if Tesla pays $1, and it's going to drop $1 on that date, so you get the ETF a little cheaper. For my kids, I tend to buy on ex-dividend dates all the time, so they get the stock price a little cheaper. So buy on a dividend date, right? Number two, when these funds drop over time, the best time to buy these funds is when it's $13, $14, $12. In my case, Alti right now is $12, right? You want to get as many shares as you can at a cheaper price, okay? Clip, another one. My average cost of Clip is $16.73, never selling at $12.86. So if I'm brand new to high yield investing, I think right now is the perfect time to get into Clip, because you get Clip at a cheaper price than I got it. So you can start now. And a Clip may reverse split. So when they reverse split, let's say reverse splits now, and they do a 2-for-1, take two of your shares and give you one back. Per se, reverse split, I'll have 250 shares, but the price will go up to $24, which makes it harder to buy. And QQQY, the prime example, they're doing a 3-for-1 reverse split. So I'm guessing the price be $34, $35. That's harder to buy one share versus buying it at $13, $14. So when it drops down below $15, $14, that's when you're really trying to get in. Then get as many shares as you can. And my next tip is, get as many shares as you can. You get paid by the amount of shares you have. So again, you have 1,000 shares, Tesla, and they pay you $1, you get $1,000, right? If you have 10 shares, you get 10. You get 50 shares, you get $50. So they'll pay you by the amount of shares you have. So if you're older, 35, 40, 50, your goal was to get a high share count, make more income. If you're much younger, you don't really worry about the share count as much, because you have time to grow. You can pick your spots where you want to buy them. And yeah, so buy them at dividend date, get them when they're coming down cheaper. The dividend is up to you how you want to spend them. You can either reinvest it back into the same fund. You can take the money and spend how you want to go. But the best thing to do with these funds is to reinvest back to the fund. Nothing wrong with that. Or take that dividend out and putting it somewhere into another fund. But the best thing to do is don't take the cash out. My personal opinion, because once you start taking cash out, you slow your growth down. Remember, the compounding effect won't be full effect. It'll be halfway. So you may want to maybe let's make $1,000 a month, right? You got $1,000 cash on hand. If you put that $1,000 back into your portfolio, you potentially make more income. But if you take half that, now instead of 1,000, that's 500. So it's kind of a tug of war on what you're going to do with that aspect. But I took money out before. Personally, I always nothing wrong with it. If you need the money, take the money out. But the best thing to do, don't let it sit in cash. Get the money to work for you. And my next tip with high yield funds, what is your goal? What is your goal with investing in general? And my goal was to make enough money to pay our household bills. What is your goal? Right? And make sure everyone has a different goal. Some people make 30,000, 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 2,000. What is your goal? And once you hit your goal, will you keep investing? So what is your ultimate goal on these funds? That's a major thing. What is your goal? What is your ultimate goal for these funds? Keep that in mind, because you have a lot of people talk bad about these funds. What's your goal in these funds, right? And the next tip is start as soon as you can, right? That's the number one thing in investing. That one of my biggest regrets that I recently did. One of my biggest regrets is not starting sooner. Don't sit on the sidelines, right? Get the money in and get the shares, right? And let that compound, because the biggest regret I have for me personally is not starting sooner. I ain't want to start when I was 30. Start as soon as you can, right? Yeah, I'm not getting financial advice. I'm just saying, start as soon as you can, right? That's one thing I would tell people. Start as soon as you can, right? And if you don't trust these high yield funds, dip your toe in, meaning buy you a share, buy half a share, buy a share. Just wait and hold for you. And all these stocks I bought in the past 4 years, I did it all the same. When Asphalt came out, I didn't trust it. I bought 2 shares. I waited for 3-4 months to get 3-4 dividends. I was okay. It's been paying consistently. It's paying pretty well. I'm gonna go with it. And Asphalt still doing good today. So do the same thing with any fund you have. Buy a few shares and wait. If you're nervous and scared, but get that money working for you. Buy at dividend date, get the dividend best, or take the dividend income that you receive, and what you could do is put it back into another fund that's red or is going down. Again, you want a high share count, right? You want the highest share count. They pay you based on how many shares you have. Okay, that's the bottom line of these high yield funds. Or in dividend stock, a dividend stock could pay 10 cents. You got 100 shares, that's $10, right? 1,000 shares, $100, because it paid 10 cents. So any dividends ETF or stock is going to pay you by the number of shares you own. That's the bottom line. The many shares you own equals how much money you get. So you want a high share count. You want to get as many shares you can at a short amount you can, so you can make more money. Long term with these funds, nobody knows the future, right? Dividends. And I hear this argument all the time, this can go to waste, so dividend high yield funds are not great. But when I started dividend investing, while I was doing companies like Main Street Capital, Horizon, and all the other companies, one thing I was always told in dividend investing back then is, your dividends are not guaranteed. And then when COVID hit, a lot of companies, especially like Apple Realty and the hotel company or hotel stock, stop paying a dividend, and they have the power to do that. So you go to a 5% company who pay 5%, you're not guaranteed a dividend. You're not guaranteed a dividend. In fact, if something cool happens again, a lot of companies stopped paying a dividend. They suspended it. They slashed it. Some went from monthly to quarterly. So again, that's scary time too, especially for the hotel industry. Hotel REITs, they stopped paying a dividend. They couldn't pay a dividend because nobody could stay at the hotels. So, granted, don't let people tell you that these high yield funds are trash, they're not good. Just because you've invested in a company does not mean your dividends are not guaranteed. They're not. The board of directors comes together and decide how much to pay you. If the company's doing bad and you need cash on hand, you best believe they're going to make cuts at the company, but the next thing they do is slow down or cut the dividend. They're gonna cut the dividend. So again, your dividends are not guaranteed. One thing keep in mind: dividends are not guaranteed. As a company or as an ETF or to cover calls, dividends are not guaranteed, right? So that's pretty much the end of my video. Please like and share the video, and I'll see you next time.